Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. After 26 weeks of baseball, it's time to take a look at some award-winning efforts. Yanks and Red Sox, the most exciting race of the season. The Philadelphia Phillies, a most daring finish. George Foster and other top sluggers. Rod Carew and baseball's best hitters. The top defensive plays of the year at every position. And a howl for the foul for all seasons. Coming up next on This Week in Baseball. This is Boston's jam-packed Fenway Park on October 2nd, 1978, and Fenway Park 30 years earlier, in 1948, when fans watched shortstop Lou Boudreau crack 2 homers for the Cleveland Indians against the Boston Red Sox in the only playoff game in American League history until this year. Cleveland won the pennant that day, 8-3, and went on to beat the Boston Braves in a 6-game World Series. Now it was Fenway Park again that staged the second playoff. The Boston Red Sox against the New York Yankees, both teams tied at season's end. Game number 163. Yankee President Al Rosen and principal owner George Steinbrenner watched along with Boston fans and a nation of television viewers. Mike Torres, who pitched the big ones for New York last season, pitched this one for Boston. Inning by inning, he put the Yankees down without a run. Ron Guidry, the best pitcher in baseball this season, got the Yankee call. And though he didn't have his real good fastball, appeared equal to the task. And then up came Boston's great veteran Carl Yastrzemski. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Just inside the foul pole for a home run. A storybook beginning. Fenway Park erupts. Yastrzemski, the man all Boston fans wanted to see play in another World Series, does his best to get them there by giving them an early lead. As the game unfolds, every play is magnified. Roy White avoids getting hit by the ball, but shortstop Rick Burleson makes an alert play, and White is out at third. Meanwhile, Boston led 2-0. 6th inning, Fred Lynn at bat, 2 on, 2 out. Looks like more runs, but Lou Piniella makes the catch despite a blinding sun. Suddenly, a new ball game emerges. It's the top of the 7th, 2 on, 2 out. The batter, Bucky Dent. The foul ball off Dent's foot turned out to be a strange stroke of fortune for New York. While everyone waited, Mickey Rivers had the bat boy give Dent a new bat. One Rivers claimed had a lot of hits in it. Was it superstition or just a routine case of clairvoyance? There it is, a high fly going to left field, going, and it is gone. A 3-run homer, as Lou Boudreau had done at Fenway 30 years earlier. Another shortstop had struck the big playoff blow in 1978. It was only Bucky Dent's 5th homer all year. He bats 9th in the lineup, but this time he left a lasting impression. One inning later, Reggie Jackson decided it was his turn. Going, it is gone. The Yankees now held a 5-2 lead. It appeared the Red Sox were gone. But far from it, Boston simply refused to die. Manager Don Zimmer's men were much alive in the bottom of the eighth, rallied for 2 runs off reliever Rich Gossage. This hit by Fred Lynn narrowed the Yankee lead to 5-4. Fenway Park was a madhouse, but the Yankees still had that 1-run lead in the bottom of the ninth. With 1 out, the batter was Jerry Remy. Rick Burleson at first, and here's the play they'll be talking about. A liner to right. The sun blinds Lou Piniella, but he still manages to keep the ball from getting by. Burleson had to play it safe, stops at second. That became significant when Rice followed with a fly ball that would have scored him from third. Now with 2 away, the tying run at third, everyone prays for mercy and a ticket to Kansas City. Gossage must face Carl Yastrzemski. For Yastrzemski, it had been a great afternoon and a great career. But there'll be no joy in Beantown, for mighty Yaz has popped out. For the Yankees, a jump for joy. They'd come from 14 games back, withstood the Boston pressure, and finally prevailed. The Red Sox finished with the second-best record in the majors, but no postseason competition. The Yankees? Well, how much more tension and drama could possibly lie ahead in the golden month of October? Boston Red Sox slugger Jim Rice this year became the first player in baseball history to lead all major leaguers in both home runs and triples in the same year. But in 1955, both the National and American League home run kings also tied for the league lead in triples. Can you name them? Behind the plate, Boston's Carlton Fisk. Fisk can make them in any direction. Left field, it could only be Boston's Carl Yastrzemski. In 1955, the New York Giants' Willie Mays gave still more proof of his great all-around playing ability, leading the National League in home runs and triples. And in the American League that same season, Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees also led in homers and triples. 26 weeks of This Week in Baseball. It's been some kind of year. There have been some great moves on the field. And some great plays. ball players weren't the only ones making plays on the field this season. In hot summer baseball, some had to take an early shower. Some called timeout too late. Others just fell out of it altogether. He's gone. Straight to the clubhouse. Probably had a date with a lady reporter. Some managers protested with mock fury. But the truth is, even the bad boys had a great year. Everybody got into the act. Season's end brings up talk about the MVP. In Boston, a smiling Jim Rice was no joke to American League pitchers. His 46 homers, 139 RBIs, and 213 hits were tops in the majors. His 406 total bases were the most in the American League in over 40 years. It's been a wild and wonderful season, so look for us next year on This Week in Baseball. Goodbye, everybody.